Okay, so Steve is being released, and I had to leave and get back to David's and my vehicles because they are towing vehicles where we are parked, and I'm praying that he is going to hurry up and get here. I left him a message because there's only 2 more vehicles before they get to mine. So I'll let Jericho explain anything that he wants to explain or doesn't want to explain or anything, but he is being released. He's just waiting on paperwork. So hello Carol, hi Lee Bart, hey Docs and Grandma. So I am just praying that David hurries up before he gets towed, because they are not messing around here in front of this court building. Boy, I'm telling you, it was 4 o'clock and they started towing. That was crazy. Thank goodness he started at the other end of the street. So court was an absolute, here, I'll reverse this. Oh, hi. So court was an absolute, it was chaos in there. Absolutely chaos. I've been in a lot of courtrooms with different clients. Been in courtrooms for myself. Been in courtrooms with, of course, with Santa and Dee and everybody else. Hi, Jerry. Steve is being released. He was just waiting on paperwork, and David's going to bring him over here, hopefully before David's truck gets towed. Because that was, the tow truck just went around the corner. That was like the second car already that he's towed from this line here in front of the, yeah, screw those trolls, I'm telling you. So here's where I am, and they're like towing like crazy in front of the federal court building is where we parked. So thank God we made the decision for one of us to run out here. Why wasn't his case dismissed? I'm gonna let Steve tell y'all any of the details about his court date here, okay? But all I'm saying is that he was, hi House Hayes Dogs, long time. Hi Lori, good to see everybody. So the courtroom. So guess who shows up? And then guess who's hanging out in the courtroom too? On the online, we had Antifa Union Rep, we had CUI Chud, we had Chud Mangler, Bike Tifa. Tommy Tatum was watching, which is cool. He was checking on Jericho, I'm sure. And then also our Chinese American friends were there. Online, so you could see who was actually in the courtroom online screen, and so it was like one big show for them all. So she did. Well, I mean, who listens to her, Debbie? Who knows what she said? It's not for me to say. She can be. If here, I'll say this, y'all. If it's what she said it was, what the hell was she doing there? You would think that she would want to be as far away from somebody, right, as she could be. But yet there she was, and all of her friends online watching the show, and her friend with the white beard was sitting next to her, Twitchy man. I don't know what his name is. And so here's my message for AP, in case you're listening, AP. Here's my statement for you. Women like you crying wolf make women who actually have had assault, etc., not be able to get help. So you saying that you are so for women's rights, etc., are going against everything right for a woman. You are absolutely part of the problem. Shame on you. Shame on you. You are a creep, AP. You are a creep. It is women like you that make it difficult for other women to get help. Shame on you. And that's all I got to say. You think it's all one big joke, and you're like messing it up for women who actually need help. Because who's the last person anybody believes? The woman. And it's because of women like you, AP.
All right, I'm going over there.
He started towing like crazy.
Towing?
Like it was like as soon as I got here, he's towing. Thank God he started back there. I sent you a message like, hurry up. Okay, nobody's getting towed today. Let's go get Steve. Yeah, so we had Mickey, and so David and I got there, and then Mickey and Nicole and Jamie and Rita showed up. So I was so grateful. Y'all, I can't really read the chat. We're trying to get over there to Steve real quick. So I apologize for my tone, but I've been wanting to get that out the whole time we've been sitting in court. I just looked at her and I put my hands out like, and I just mouthed to her why when we were out in the hallway, and she just gave me a snarky look. Steve is one of the kindest men. He's a holy man. He's a believer. He's just one of the kindest, most nicest people I've ever met in my life. All right, hang on a second. Oh shoot! Oh, I hate it when I do that. It puts it in park for you. Oven knob. Is it still ringing? So hang on before you run over there. Was he still down there? I'm online, just so you know. Hold on. If I don't put the phone in park with this oven knob, it does it for you, but then it just keeps ringing. It's on the box.
Wherever that's at.
It's back there. I can't afford to keep paying for parking, I'm telling you. All right, so listen, why won't my car move? Oh my God, this is really weird. Okay. Hey, hippie. I don't want to put the chat on him. So so I'm gonna turn the chat off, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and pay a little bit more for parking, and I want him to control the chat and everything. What y'all need to know is that he's free to go, and today. So so thank goodness. Yes, they got David's and my numbers. So yeah. They don't ever look at the videos, y'all. They never look at videos, it seems. I don't know what they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do. That guy, I mean, he just started telling like her. Goodness gracious, they do not mess around here, I'm telling you. I'm just gonna stay here. Oh, wow. And then he put the car here. He put the car behind me. What in the world are they doing? So he's towing all the cars from where David and I were parked and putting them back here. What in the world? I don't know. Did he just block me in? $7 a.m. to 6:30, so this is good here. All right, he's getting the information from that car. I'm just making sure he's not getting information from my car. And then he gets pictures of it all the way around. They'll probably come back and get the vehicles once he gets them all. Oh, right? I don't know. But this guy's on a mission. I mean, maybe he gets paid per vehicle or something. I don't know. That's scary. I mean, I'm just like watching him just move like clockwork. There he goes again, going to get another one. Cow. Wow. Rebecca's video showed what happened, right? Oh my gosh. Well, and does Steve know that? I'm sure he does, right? It absolutely, it was crazy. Oh my God. We should all start towing vehicles in DC. Make some money. Tell D he's driving the wrong kind of truck. D's too nice. He wouldn't be able to do it. All right. Yeah, so did I say it right? Did y'all understand what I was saying about who I was watching online? On the court online site? That was crazy. And I mean, if that doesn't tell them like what's up, and then the judge had to say, like, I don't know, at least 4 times while David and I were there, that she was gonna she wanted people pulled off the chat if they pulled off of the online site if they chatted one more time, because she kept telling them to shut down the chat once she started. and they kept chatting. So you can imagine all the Antifa little bumbles, not bumbles, the little troublemakers on their courtroom website there, observing the courtroom. You can imagine everything they were saying. And she also warned them that no videos in the courtroom or on the chat or on the online website, because they hear everything that goes on in the courtroom. And I said something about the fact that they were probably taking video of us. I told David, I said, oh, they're having a great time. We're gonna be all over Twitter later, because they could videotape the video of the courtroom and just have a heyday with us. So they probably heard us because they hear everything that goes on in the courtroom, and so she wound up warning the online, absolutely no videos or cameras online as well. Hey, Ridgeline. Hey, Patriot Roy. Right. I just like, well, it was surreal. David and I were both like sitting there looking at that courtroom, and it was just like, I don't know, it was like chaotic. People were talking and milling around, and it was just chaos. And she kept trying to bring it back together again, but nobody was really doing it. And so here's the names that were up on the screen that you could see of who was observing from home or whatever. And it was Antifa Union Rep, and Antifa in all capital letters, Antifa Union Rep, CUI Chud Mangler, Bike Tifa, and then we had our Chinese American friends there on the American Chinese Education Center. It was wild. It was absolutely wild. Where is that little skank? She better not be here. Excuse my language. I just looked at her. I threw my hands open, and I was just like, looked at her. I'm out in the corridor, and I said, why? And she just gave me a snarky look. Yeah, AKA Chalk Tifa, right? Yeah. Yeah, you guys, it was and because this is horrific. This is absolutely horrific. Probably a man's worst nightmare to be falsely accused of something like this. So I just wanted to hop on here. They didn't talk to her. I don't think she has any directions, Ridgeline. They didn't talk to her. You'd have to ask David how, he said it, we gave it to the lawyer, but I can never remember, because she's just honestly just not even worth remembering in my world. She's really not. Her doing this, she says she stands for women's rights and that it's the most important thing for her and everything like that. That's what she's screaming at me when at the women's march, when I got her thrown out of it. Till those people passed, you know, because I called her out for what she is, and she screamed in my face, and so, you know, she's screaming that this is everything I've worked for, this is everything I stand for, women's rights, right? And I'm letting her know straight up, and I hope she heard me, that what she is doing is absolutely part of the problem. To falsely accuse somebody of something like this is part of the problem. This is why the last person that anyone believes in any kind of assault case between a man and a woman is the woman. And that's not just by men, that's by women as well. Women are never ever listened to or taken seriously because of people like AP pulling shit like this. So she is part of the problem. There is nothing she could say to me now to convince me that she's for women's rights. Not a damn thing. She is below contempt. Maybe, Barbara. I mean, I have no idea. All I can think of is the way she behaves, and I pray that her kids are in a safe place. And quite frankly, I don't think a safe place would be with her. I've said that as nicely as I can. They all need to be locked up. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I probably need a swear jar. It was very, very difficult to see her walk up there to the courtroom today. David and I both were like, you got to be kidding me. She is below contempt. Yes, there are civic things that could be done. There are civic things that could be done. So, he does have an attorney. He was a nice man. He talked to David and I, and got our numbers. God bless you. Oh my gosh. I love Steve to pieces, y'all. He's one of the most gentle, kindest people. I appreciate his spirituality, his relationship with Jesus, and just one of the kindest people I've ever met. Never, ever a problem. And as far as, I mean, I could start crying right now. As far as I'm concerned, she picked the nicest person she could find to pull this shit with. But you know, for anyone to make Steve yell, you know it's that bad. Is what I surmise from this. And that's how bad it's been, you guys. It's been really bad for us. They've been coming at us and coming at us and coming at us. And absolutely, Wyoming girl. Absolutely. You know plenty. You absolutely know plenty. And so do I. And honestly, so do most people. And what I surmise is that she ought to know better, because I figure she's all messed up for reasons that might be connected to something like this. Do you know what I mean? But for her to come out and accuse like this is just below contempt. She had a whole audience up there, her little Tifas, and it's disgusting. I'm really sad about it. I really am. So, you know, and I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And if I thought that anyone harmed her, I would stand up for her. You know, from one woman to another. But I don't believe anyone harmed her in this situation. I believe that she's doing a lot of harm. I believe that all of them are doing a lot of harm. They have stalked us. They have harassed us. They have defamed our character, putting posters around town and everything, coming at us online. There's stuff every day up there on us on Twitter and everything like that. I just choose not to look at it. They have absolutely been relentless in their attacks on us. And yet poor Jericho spent the night in jail. It's ridiculous. Absolutely injustice. Absolute injustice. They've assaulted us. AP has assaulted me. Absolutely. She's been up in my face, blowing her whistle, playing her megaphone right in my face. I've got it on video. So she can't deny it. And yet he spends the night in jail. It's so frustrating, isn't it, Hippie? It really is. We've all taken our share of this crap, haven't we? It needs to stop. Well, DC is not wicked. There are wicked people in DC for sure. Absolutely. You can't press charges on them. Kimber, you can't. KA, you can't press charges on them. Nothing sticks. She even sits there and laughs about it the last week and says, go ahead, press charges, see what happens. Or something about like, I'd be walking away, no problem, or something. Nothing, go ahead, see what happens. Nothing. In DC, apparently there's no standing behind harassment, no standing behind defamation of character unless you're a congressperson. Even then it's questionable. There is nothing we can do about assault, stalking, nothing. You can file peace orders, etc., and then, you know, go through all those hoops and everything like that just to have it wind up not doing anything. All right, so you guys, I just wanted to give you the right, lone cuff. Yeah, it's a big grift. These are like old grift tactics. Hi, Jay Jones. Hello to everybody. I'm sorry, there's a lot of people in here. I'm not able to say hello to everybody. So he looks good. His hair's sticking straight up like it usually does, you know, when he takes his winter hat off. So he looks like Steve. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. To all of Steve's friends, who are also my friends, God bless you all. And absolutely, it makes us sick, Deb for Freedom. We're not going to give a playground here to the trolls that are hopping in and trying to just spread BS. I'm not going to give them a playroom here. So y'all go play somewhere else, trolls, you know. So he is all right. They're just waiting on paperwork. I'm just waiting to give him a hug, and then we'll be David and I'll be over at the vigil, and I would imagine Jericho probably can't wait to get out of here. He's able to be there if he wants to be, but I would imagine he needs some food, a cigarette, and some sleep. So I love you all. God bless you. Thank you for hitting that like button. This cost David and I a lot of money for parking and stuff like that today. If anybody would like to contribute to our Cash Apps or Zells, it would be greatly appreciated. It's been a long day, so we can't do this without y'all's help. I would imagine Steve's going to want to get something to eat. I don't know if he takes donations or not, but it just never hurts if he's set up for it. We're all hurting and just could use some help battling this crap here in the swamp. So I thank you all so much, and God bless you all. Prayers for Jericho. Prayers that these evil attacks stop, but we know that they're not going to. These are evil times, and just a great time to strengthen our relationships with God. Remember, his plan is bigger than all of us. And I thank you all so much for your continued support, encouragement, love, prayers. You're all amazing. Battles, we already know who wins the battle, and it's God. And these people are being run by a devil who's just reaching for straws. So, honest to goodness, if you can find it in your hearts, which I do, say a prayer for them as well, because they're all messed up. I believe that AP is beyond contempt, but she's not beyond my prayers. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to hop off of here. God bless you all. Have a great night. I don't want to put Jericho on the screen. I really don't. I want him to go at his pace, whatever that is. He's been through hell these last 24 hours and longer than that. I'm amazed that he actually came back to DC because it's so disheartening. But this is how much our mission means to him, that he put himself in this horrible place to wind up having horrible things happen to him. So... no, I don't think so, DJS. There's no reason. They said it would still be there. It'd be all right. Last night, the park police did. So, ooh, this was a long day. Oh my gosh. All right. God bless you all. I love you, and I will see you shortly for vigil. Kangaroo Court. Amen. All right, look for us down on #Freedom Corner. Love you all.